I realized the other day that I really wanted some kind of vintage inspired, like 40s and 50s inspired, high-waisted pleat front trousers with like a tapered leg, just like a nice vintage trouser that I could dress up or dress down. That was super comfortable, and I could have like nice big pockets on them. And I don't have any. And I'm kind of sad about that. So we're gonna change that. Come along with me on my journey to attempt to create my perfect pants pattern. So I started off with a pants pattern that I already had. I think this one I drafted from one of those step-by-step flat drafting guides here on YouTube. I don't actually remember which one, but if you search YouTube for how to draft pants, I'm sure you'll find the same one or a similar one. So I took that and I traced it out onto cotton muslin fabric. I kept the back the same, but the front I added a little bit of width at the top because I wanted to add that front pleat, and my original pattern didn't have a pleat. Okay, so it's still kind of windy, but here we are. This is my mock-up so far. I tied my shirt out of the way so you can see better, so I can see better. I still think I want a little bit more fabric in these pleats, so I think I have to add width to at least just the front panel. The back, I let out probably half an inch of the back crotch seam pretty much all the way down, and then on both sides I let out an inch. I sort of like the fit through about the hip, and then once you get to the leg here, I'm not loving this. I think I need to take out width here. Okay, time to cut this up and mark out my new pattern pieces. The fabric that I'm using is a horizontal stripe purple wool suiting fabric. Can I just say, I feel like I should finish this project like in the next few days because this fabric matches my hair so perfectly right now. After cutting up my mock-up, I laid out my pattern pieces onto the wool stripe fabric. I was too lazy to transfer the pattern to paper, so we're just working with cut-up mock-up pieces. I traced it out in chalk first and then marked some of the important lines with tailor's tacks. For the closure, I'm doing a fly front zipper. I've done this closure before, twice I think, which is not enough times for me to actually remember how to do it, so I looked it up on YouTube. It seems like a good time to mention that I attempted to finish the edges of my pattern pieces by serging them, which went very poorly. I don't know if it's that I have a serger that doesn't work very well, or I just don't know how to use a serger. I spent a while trying to get the tension right and then failed and then tried to do it anyways, and the edge ended up being really bulky and kind of rolled up, so I ended up like cutting most of it off. But yeah, that happened. But moving on to the pockets. So for the pockets, the way that you do these side pockets is that you cut out your pocket piece with a front and a back, and they can be connected on one side. So I had mine connected on the bottom edge, and then you sew a piece of your fashion fabric to the edge of one of them. the back piece. Wow, I'm explaining this really poorly. But you sew your fashion fabric to the part that's going to show, and then you sew the other part of the pocket right sides together with your outer front pants piece, and then fold that back, and then I understitch that to keep that edge nice and clean, and then you flip the back of the pocket up and sew around the pocket bag, and then you have a pocket that is kind of in the side of your pants. Well, really, you just have a front panel of your pants that has a pocket attached. So now we treat that entire front section with the pocket as just the front panel and construct the pants normally. As for the waistband, I cut a strip on grain so that it wouldn't stretch quite as much, although this fabric still has a little bit of stretch even on the grain. I cut however wide you need to do approximately a 1-inch waistband. One of the edges was on the selvage, so I actually didn't turn that edge under. I kept it on the inside and then sewed it down by hand. Words. But yeah, I didn't do any kind of interfacing or interlining on this waistband. So to attach the waistband, I simply sewed it right sides together to the top of the pants. While doing that, I pleated the two 1-inch or half-inch knife pleats. They took up an inch of fabric. Half-inch knife pleats at the front, which were facing forward. To finish the waistband, I fold the edge up and over, covering the raw edges, then I baste it down and then hand sew it. Then I finished the front closure, which consisted of adding one of those wide metal hook and bar closures, as well as hemming the pants, and that's it. Oh, except for pressing. I pressed it. So, in conclusion, I am pretty happy with these pants. I think they came out, for the most part, how I envisioned them, which is really nice, especially with pants. They're very tricky to fit. I mean, lots of things can be tricky to fit, but pants are kind of a unique challenge because in addition to fitting an outer shape, you also have, like, the crotch, which is, like, two separate. You have to, like, go from the legs to, like, the hips, which is one. Yeah, it's just pants are their own fitting nightmare. But overall, I think these came out really well. I love the tapered leg. I thought about doing a cuff. They are a little bit of an odd length, like they're a little bit short because I kind of made them with the intention of like folding the bottom up as a cuff. So I might wear them like that. Yeah. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I will see you again next time if you want to come back. Okay, bye! Hi everyone. So it's a little windy, so if you hear the wind, oh my god. My cat lost my hair elastic under the shelves, and now she's sad about it. Okay, so in this video, I am trying to make my perfect pants. Pumpkin, I know you lost your hair elastic under the cabinet, but that's your own fault, okay? She is very mad about it. Okay. I legit just realized that these pants need a closure.